As Americans return to work today, the president ramps up his push for Congress to approve a military strike in Syria.
He meets face-to-face today with lawmakers, but a bigger test could come hours later. We have team coverage this morning. We'll get to the Middle East in just a moment.
Let's begin, though, in Washington with ABC's Taman Bradley. Good morning, Taman.
Good morning to you, Diana. Good morning, John. Tonight, President Obama heads overseas where he'll court international support for a military strike in Syria. Before leaving, he'll try to win over members of Congress. Before departing tonight for Sweden, President Obama will push members of Congress to back military action in Syria. The president has invited a number of lawmakers, including House Speaker John Boehner and Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi, over to the White House this morning for candid talk. Mr. Obama appears to have already won tentative support from two Republican senators, Lindsey Graham and John McCain.
I think we have found some areas that we can work together, but we have a long way to go.
McCain says he isn't sure a vote authorizing a military strike on Syria would pass.
I really have no ideas because I think a lot of people have not made up their minds.
Some lawmakers who've received a classified briefing on Syria by the president's national security team remain skeptical.
I don't see where the Assad regime has posed a direct threat to America or its allies.
Others think the U.S. should take action against Bashar al-Assad's regime, but need further explanation about the president's call for a limited strike.
What's missing right now is the plan of action about what would happen in the event that the United States did use some type of force against Syria.
In Syria, rebels battling the Assad regime are furious that President Obama delayed military action so that Congress can vote. The rebels sought to exploit strong emotions. These kids held signs urging a U.S. intervention. Save the children of Syria, one said. According to the UN, more than 2 million refugees have fled Syria's violence. The country is losing almost 5,000 citizens a day, Diana and John.
Taman Bradley live in Washington. Thank you.
And now let's turn to ABC's Molly Hunter, who's in Jerusalem. Molly, let's start here. Syria's leader, Bashar al-Assad, has given a new interview. What was his message?
Diana, he was defiant. He was confident. He had threatening words for the U.S. President Assad said the Middle East is like a powder keg and the fuse is getting shorter. He said any Western strike on Syria could send the region into chaos, raising the prospect of a regional war. But he called Obama a weak leader, and he said it is too late for dialogue.
All right, Molly, a lot of posturing going on clearly, but how is this talk of a regional war going over with Syria's neighbors right now?
John, that is exactly what Syria's neighbors and U.S. allies in the region are worried about. Israel is on alert, and here in Jerusalem, Israeli officials aren't saying much. Look, they would like Assad gone, but they're most worried about a post-Assad Syria. They don't know what that's going to look like. Other U.S. allies, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Turkey, have been much more vocal, urging the U.S. to end this right now. But no U.S. ally really wants to be directly involved.
All right, ABC's Molly Hunter live for us in Jerusalem. Thank you.